Hello, everybody. Let's see, what's the newest save? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murderer. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has to be troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick? Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had them swooning in the aisles, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yeah. I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth, it's like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Oh, well, maybe... well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. You could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. Bruh. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Just a second. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I'm sitting, Edgy seems pretty, edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth then about the night? Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why? Why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment! Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently. True. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, you know? You didn't know him back then. But when he wanted to become a defense attorney? Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? I mean, sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I want to hear the story today, and that's final. Okay. It's just kind of a long story, so hang in there. It's at the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A-class trial. C-class trial. You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in envelopes with money for lunch from home. Yeah, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention that, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I had skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I didn't do it! Guilty, he did it, guilty, it was you, thief! Give the money back, you're such a meanie, no one will play with him. Just admit you did it, you can't hide the truth, tell us the truth. You're not gonna play with us anymore, yeah, don't borrow my eraser, you shouldn't be allowed in the relay race, or on the library committee, give him back for 50 cents I loaned you, I knew to rob that bank yesterday too. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money, it's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't... Oh. I don't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in the trial is evidence. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles. Bruh. It wasn't you who stole the money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, and no one's found any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. He didn't. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. What important thing happened? Oh, never mind. Nothing happened. Bruh. Nothing. Wait, what the heck? Why am I dropping a bunch of frames? Bruh, my internet was like perfect a second ago. Why? What? The heck? My internet died, and oh my gosh. Why is my internet not working? What the heck? Hold on. This is so weird. Huh. Apparently it's working now. Alright. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's what I learned, what it meant to be alone. Totally alone with a friend in the world. Why is my internet not working? You did a good thing, Larry. Well, yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When someone smells, it's usually the ones. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure what, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later that I heard Edgeworth's name again. There's an article about him in the newspaper. Headline was something like, "Dark suspicions of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." Article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, it's not the edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop in though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I'd know I'd get to meet him, whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick! You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It may very well be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We can find out who he is or what he is. I'll settle it for you. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Alright, well, let's move. Guess I'll go to the entrance. December 26th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hi, pal, long time no see. Wow, Detective Gumshoe! Close one today, huh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal, thanks to you. We now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by tomorrow time, or by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Not much to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe, sir, is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eh? No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lana was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lana's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, well, let's go to the beach! December 26th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. Huh? Steel Eyesore is missing. Eyesore! Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Anything new? Guess Larry is today off. He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True, we owe him big. This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it? Huh? I mean, everything that's happened has turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, charges against Mr. Edgeworth were a lie. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. December 27, Gourd Lake boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I'd like to know who's clearing of the throat anyway.
Oh, hello, what might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grosberg, there's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
Oops. Sure, I'll save, I guess. Well,
if you find anything out, come to my office at once. Maybe I'll be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grosberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? The boat rental shop doesn't look like anyone's around. Caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? Yeah, looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. There's a forest here, beyond these bushes. Nick! The forest! There's someone in there! Oh, you're right. There's a few policemen in there. They must be looking for the caretaker. Good luck. December 27, Caretaker's Shack. Nobody's home. Oh, hello! Hey, it's Polly! Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly? Hello, hello! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello, hello! Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Please know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Oh, okay. Sorry, Polly, he says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Do you think the caretaker would mind? Well, what if we just leave him the metal detector in exchange? Maybe we'd better not. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Doesn't seem like he used his kitchen much. You're right. Guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, pictures of fish they caught, right? Right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look kind of puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You shouldn't see the one. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Oh, I feel like we're having two different conversations here. Ah! What's wrong? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey. Keep it locked, right? There must be something valuable in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in there is a letter. A letter? Oh, how boring. Huh. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? No, Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth, pulling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letters from safe added to the court record. Pug. Alright. Boat rental shop. Well, I guess I'll go to the entrance. Let's go to the detention center. December 27, detention center visitor's room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right, yeah, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. It probably only mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much. Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? I always used to always look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yana Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you had to look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yana Yogi had not been of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when you changed your mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, and he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has ever taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect ever declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know, it's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case.
What?
In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness on him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right, you've no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who was that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you have to clear guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following his letter then? Which means there's someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is their last chance. Last chance? Well, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago.
Bruh, what is this?
The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help, get us out.
Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed to the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I don't know whether to tell you or not. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the past. In the dark. Help, I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I wanna get out. Help, get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying at my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bruh. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that's rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But, that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it this way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Thinking about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What are we gonna do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, or like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe... There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Who? Let's go to Criminal Affairs a minute. December 26, Police Department Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? Oh, wait, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The butcher caretaker? He shouted something about catching him. If it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Oops. Bruh, that was not what I wanted to do. Wait. There you go. December 27, Grossberg Law Offices. Ugh. I need to rest my back a second. Ugh.
Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Just calm down and tell me what happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined, Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. Pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No! I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Maya Fate. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Faye. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? You have any idea who wrote this? Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who killed Mr. Yogi was... Bruh. Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then we would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had recently killed his own father. He'll say as much in court tomorrow, I should think. He'll probably press the point until the court finds Edgeworth guilty. Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Edgeworth just thought of it as a nightmare. I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent, and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma had ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You sure have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalties that upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to
bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him.
Mr. Wright, I hate to say this, but accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that.
I just believe in
Edgeworth's innocence. Can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick,
Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grasberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials, Do I have anything else?
Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive.
December 27, the Police Department Criminal Affairs.
There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement. I wonder if we should check out the record rooms again. Well, now I don't have it.
Well, now I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there right now. You can go in as long as you like. You can go as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yeah, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room?
Nick, let's hurry. Bruh. Oops, I should save. Alright.
December 27, Police Department Records Room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they hadn't had time to clean.
Bruh.
What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I just noticed that he isn't here. Von Karma? Huh? One of the drawers is open. Someone must have been in here looking in it recently. Label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? The Von Karma. You. How do you know my name?
Uh-huh.
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other each day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed.
I can't see how this guy was Mr. Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma. Mr. Von Karma? You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me, a grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why? Because he dealt a blow to you in an otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But I don't get it. Why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow's trial will be the last of this. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own defeat. His guilt of 15 years ago... His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've called him that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi that letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it. Usually. Oops. Yeah, but sure, I guess I'm saying that was a mistake, but okay. Ugh. Man, it's just gonna stay in there for forever. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you... Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way. Ah! Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the L6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter, did he take it? Huh? Are you okay? Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer, no good as a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Bruh. Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, She's holding something. What is that? A bullet. DL6 evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in the pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you tomorrow in court. To be continued. Bruh. December 28, 9:51 a.m. Alright, I'm gonna drink a water for a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Ooh, let's rock and roll. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things.
Ah! What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from running with the stun gun yesterday. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Anyway, Edgeworth is looking glum like always. I hope Bon Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat and back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Ah, pal!
What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning. Mr. Edgeworth?
Good morning.
How'd...
How'd it go, Detective?
Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I've just brought him in to call night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after all that shock I just got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yoki says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. December 28, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defendant is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
Right. Very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he does.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring in the court. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Witness testimony. Why I left the court. I'm real sorry about yesterday, leaving like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Paul, you see. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I need one of those motive things, right? So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it.
recall what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just listen quietly when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Food?
Well, Holly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats those high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you have known that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove that he's going on in that old cougar's head? That's impossible! I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you didn't have a motive? I say you do. You got a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's gonna be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes? Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the case? With the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with this case and has no motive. Both these statements are lies.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying that you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't say dumb, don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name sounds familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It's a really famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi, fascinating. However, what do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, are you going to be able to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. and we'll compare them to fingerprints on file from Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Huh? I'm very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints?
You see, I worked as a caretaker. I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff up.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No! What will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems the case has been decided. No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you gonna do? I don't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna... Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up.
On my proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order, order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Do you even need to ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second, you were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma? I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, so I want to go through with your little game. Of course. Let the parrot take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Oh gosh. Oh man.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Witness testimony, who is your owner?
Hello.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know what we're gonna do, Mike. Cross-examination. Who is your owner?
Bruh.
Alright, no good. Well, press. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, As I recall 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget the L6. Squawk! If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove the caretaker has something to do with the L6.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot. Hello, hello. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. She couldn't have retrained the parrot, could she? Could he? Did he train her to respond? To not respond? What we asked? When we asked if she'd forgotten something?
I can't talk today.
Oh, my internet yeeted itself. What the heck?
What the heck? What? What the heck?
Well...
Okay, hold on a sec.
I fixed it. We have internet again.
Very nice, very nice. Let us continue.
Yay. Alright, in-game, on, awesome.
Well, guess we should try to get more information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello, hello, squawk. Well, I guess we should try to get more information out of her.
Alright,
Witness.
oh, that's the same one.
Maybe I could get her name? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, squawk.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yeah, of course it does.
Yes, it does. Huh, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Well, show us this proof. Nick, don't think you're taking his bluff. Don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yana Yogi. And all we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
Hold on.
Wait, what is this? Is it the bullet? Would it be the bullet?
Mr. Wright, I hope you would have learned this by now, running around because this is a waste of court time.
Oh no, wrong again.
This is all. Witness, continue your testimony.
Bruh. Oh, is that what that was? Was it? Oh, I needed like some sort of proof, and it didn't matter what I clicked. Alright, I get it. Alright, well. Alright, skip. What's the safe number? Huh? Safe? Why? Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228. My, what a reckless spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, aren't you claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Yes. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ah, ridiculous. How could the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's identity?
Admittedly, I didn't think it.
Bruh, I just dropped my microphone. Sorry about that.
And now I see I'm right. How could a safe number reveal someone's identity?
Oh, I think it was the wrong thing to show. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Wright. Wait. Damn it. Hold on. Wait, that was the right thing. Did I give you the wrong evidence this time? Did I do that? I must have done the wrong evidence. Because hold on. Oh, he took the evidence that was good. Was this the one? The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number?
I don't know. Oh no. It's on the victim data page.
Mr. Wright, this file is from 15 years ago. I don't see anything new.
Dang it. Hold on. Hold on. Are none of those correct? Okay, summary.
Oh, the date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
Use the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. Bruh.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. It's nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We need something collaborating as evidence.
Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. I could just find one more piece of evidence. Right, but what?
Very low witness.
You may continue. Okay, so that was something. That was something. So I'll save. Alright,
that one doesn't do anything. And then what's your name? Polly. Alright, so...
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time.
Very well. That's right, please show us the page. One of those files, information connected to this parrot's name.
Alright, so this... Okay, so this one is one as well. Victim data.
It's on the victim data page.
I'm sorry.
Alright. So that was the wrong one as well. Oops.
Bruh, that was the wrong one.
No! Wait, what did I do? You're a suspect here. Aw, man.
The case summary.
Specifically the date on which the
Date. Alright, so is this the same one? Oh no! Oh no, I accidentally killed a save. Oops. Oh well. Alright. So is this the same one? So, hold on. If I present this... Oh, so that's the same one. Okay. Oh, it is different! Okay, so, yeah, I definitely got that wrong. Okay, ooh, I'm on something. Okay, I was getting the two different questions mixed up. Alright, so let's go back to Polly. What's your name? Of course. Proof. The case file. And then they argue. And then it's victim.
suspect data. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember his fiancée's name, so he named his parrot Polly. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
That's enough. I think we reached a conclusion here. This is a mere
coincidence, so that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What?
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop.
Immediately. Witness.
Witness.
Tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been asking people to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years?
Well, let me ask you again. Please just state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order.
Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miss Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said it was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent to get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial and I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought it was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a minute. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
innocent, in this case at least.
Very well, will the defendant please take the stand?
Yo, best boys, up the bat.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you have cleared most of the suspicions for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well, this court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Not guilty.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wow, really?
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth?
Your Honor.
I object to your judgment. What do you mean? mean? I am not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. You gotta tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. Oh no, what do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, and that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't a suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. Culprit is me.
Order. This is certainly unexpected.
The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how to deal with this. Bah! It's obvious! We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Bruh. December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all our effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad.
I don't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is crime, or murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Mr. Edgeworth is innocent. Bruh. Alright, that's better.
He confessed that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts, the real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. December 28, 2:15 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He confessed his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was gonna happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Mr. Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness list his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Miles Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. Well, but will it be the key? Well, if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the event. Bah! The same claim as Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, well... Boy... What was the trial your father were involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I knew my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Mr. Edgeworth pointed out the problem with Mr. Karma's evidence. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came to help. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. Security must have come off when it fell from his holster. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes, I think after I threw it I lost consciousness. Then, it echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream? To this day? Yes, I practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is! One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. Better find out quick. Okay, so... I need to find a contradiction in this one. Boy. Alright, so I'd gone to observe one of the trials. There was an earthquake. They stuck in the elevator. They began arguing. Something heavy fell at his feet. Picked it up, threw it. There was a gunshot and a scream. Terrible scream. Still remember it. Alright, let's look at the evidence a minute. Wait! If he got... Where did he get shot? Did he get shot in the neck? How could he scream if he got shot in the neck? Or maybe it was the other guy. And if the bullet went through the door, how'd they retrieve it? Did they, like, search and, like, find it in the building? I feel like if he got shot in the neck, he couldn't object. No, never mind. That doesn't do anything. Bruh. Trial. Earthquake struck. Now, I feel like there has to be something in this case file. No? What is it? What the heck? Is the gun the same gun? I feel like that gun is the same one, because he said he gave him a gun. Yeah, that's not it. So, what the heck? Contradicts the evidence. I have absolutely no idea. Alright, DL6 bullet. Regard these hard little bears to clear ballistic markings. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what this is. Let me stop fighting. So. So, I have no idea. Terrible scream, I remember to this day. So, okay, so the one that's highlighted in red is a scream. Are you kidding? What does that have to do with it? Oh, gosh. Alright. So there's only one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Take a look at this. This This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago, and here lies a contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. What do you mean, a contradiction? Just as I thought the judge is clueless, as always. So the judge's contradiction. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, and the other hit the elevator door. Ask you then, why did Mr. Edgeworth hear only one gunshot? This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. If it was there before, it has nothing to do with this incident. Mr. Wright, do you have any proof that this hole was caused at the time of the incident?
Yes, I do.
Whatever. Yes. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence.
Very well,
Mr. Wright. Show us your proof.
What do you mean? What do you have that prove the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident?
Mr. Wright,
Please think how we should look at this evidence. What? That was the bullet. That was the bullet. Holy crap. Bruh. Hold on. Okay, so I don't understand it. What the heck? How is it? Oh my gosh, why? Do you have any proof that the bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? Anyway, skip. Your Honor, I think I'll... Your Honor, the answer is in this file. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you tell us what page is on. Which page shows the link between this bullet hole and the L6 incident? Victim data. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Bruh. Mr. Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, two shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other into the elevator door. Remember, the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, Look once more at the L6 incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary page has on page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired twice, another bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
Second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Greg Edrick's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole the door.
Order, order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Kormer says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Ah, how did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Could I have been wrong all the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why are you raising an objection? I'm sorry, man. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. When I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I'm so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought that there was another person, someone else who could have fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick? Well, it seems that we finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. Shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
Let me ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying close attention so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No, I do not.
So, you killed your father, but that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Oh no! He's accepting the guilt.
Very well, the statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now!
Indeed. Does anyone else have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What'd you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. Where? Someone took it.
Seems nothing is going to produce of us waiting for many answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor.
The
The second bullet, it existed.
What? You should have proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
What? Who?
The murderer. The murderer. Then tell us just who is this murderer. I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of the crime with them is... maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they would have taken the bullet from inside Mr. Gregory as well. Huh? Why would Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm gonna have to analyze you.
What? Are you kidding? What the heck? Of course it was me that took it. Anyway, if that was the case, they would have taken the bullet from inside Gurgi's rail. Really? Oh, so none of those are... Oh, wow, okay.
Bruh.
Why would the murderer spend the time to look for that stray bullet? I've got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Ha! Murderer has no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had you, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance what? I mean, maybe the bullet hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer.
Just, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but that's really what happened.
Let me get this straight. So at the scene of the time of the murder, the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
There's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yana Yogi, were both unarmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boys pick up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boys loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door, sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, and I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident? He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick!
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grasberg said yesterday?
Greg Edgeworth dealt the blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
Must have been quite the shock for Van Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man.
Oh, Karma got shot?
That was the victim. That was the first and last vacation taken in his many years of proceedings.
What if Van Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock? Because he was injured. Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer of the L6 incident. He was the one who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Van Karma. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is popping off. What the heck? No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Oh. Should I come up and say it now? Might as well. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma. Von Karma.
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? You don't object.
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you claim that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No, where would I go? Where would I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick. Let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. It's worth. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. Does that mean the bullet has to be somewhere? But where? Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Yeah, I deadass can. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves who Von Karma was shot is the metal detector. Yeah. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There's a possibility that bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's the one way to find out. We can use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, we can rest over you and see what we find.
I refuse. You refuse. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet's still inside you. Order.
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said that we had to end it right here, right now. Enough.
I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something is inside his right shoulder. Bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet inside my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. He doesn't have any DL6 evidence. That's because you took it all out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Karma.
What?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But I do have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the L6 incident. Here is my final proof.
That's a bullet.
Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints on a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's a unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which gun fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried inside Mr. Von Karma. We can analyze both bullets, then if markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired by the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. We compare those ballistic markings to those in this bullet. And solve this case once and for all, Mr. Von Karma. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away! Get away from father! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma.
That's right, only you would define it. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder. I'll bury you to 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like not one I'd never known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. Must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. Went into the hall and found my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. In the last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would come through the elevator doors? Judge.
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Not guilty.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
December 28th, 5:58 p.m. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Cromwell looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. You crushed him. I gotta say, I'm impressed. That was pretty close. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth?
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try. Thank you?
I see. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
You're welcome. I think you'd have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
A lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there.
Ooh! Amazing, pal. You pulled it through just like I thought you would. Never forget this. I owe you £1 tonight, but the party dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Whoop.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hi, y'all! Louder! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank you very much.
I know you were in. You seen from the start, of course. Just look at you. You should stick your hand in the cookie jar even if it was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's let bygones be bygones, huh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Or, speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Oh, me? Oh, I went back to college. I was trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from Park here? Huh? It's over. It's over, Nick. My life is over. What's that face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. Well, you don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick.
She's leaving me behind.
Ooh, could have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me, a celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too, my sweet pal.
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's no police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? The envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38, exactly. Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38. No. No! Larry, it was you? Why, you surprised about it, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. He took the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was very good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, right? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not have known this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know.
Right, really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events.
Edgeworth, you should have told me. I don't know, Nick. It was 15 years ago.
If you say so, yes. There, you have it.
What does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you always have been something of an unsufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might have been a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Wanna switch right?
Hey, y'all, let's line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go.
And after that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us all out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 28, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Cola offices. Woo, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh?
It's only 5. I should go back to sleep.
Huh? What's this?
A letter.
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. It was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll be becoming a fully fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Bruh.
Goodbye! What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station.
Bruh.
I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. You're good. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without you or without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard Mia's voice. You're my sister. Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped. And Mr. Grasper. And even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you're the one who stopped Von Karma. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence?
Show my evidence to cheer her up. What?
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't have anything.
Oh!
Ouch, fuck.
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm gonna complete my training and come back. Oh, okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You're in the office by yourself, you're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya.
Aww. Bruh.
Thanks, Nick.
Bruh.
And so my story ends. Time to turn in a page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. I don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this. Aww.
Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth's come down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe! When he hung his head low and went back outside. Kind of like when he was embarrassed or something strange, huh?
Aww. That was so good. Nick? Oh, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? Oh, I've been working at a cheese shop. I miss she's a nice lady. She's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Aw. Man, that was a good game. Ooh, right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but that's kind of telling him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney who I wrote that affidavit with. Yes, you should know I've taken over management at the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should be in the area. If you're in the area, please stop by.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, his understudy was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Phoenix Wright. Oh, team actor. Well, I'm not buying it. Can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know, he's putting all the movies on DVD, selling things on eBay, and with the real others, you know, keep it all straight, what's it?
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess of the hit. I thrilled that Mr. Wright a big deal. I'm keeping my face out of public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounded like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I don't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. That kind of place. What kind of place is she living in anyway? Man, what a game. What a game. Ah. Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the Pink Princess suit. Ah, but dog, I was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Yeah, I remember right, that lawyer guy. Oh, me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. Oh, you know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind him there's a ghost. For real. Now there's talent. I'm gonna be famous. A brand new episode has been added. What? Bro?
Bruh.
It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22, 10:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Alrighty, the next chapter I will be doing tomorrow. Oh well, yeah, hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. What day is it, Monday? I might stream Wednesday, so maybe not tomorrow. We'll have to see. Anyway, thank you for everybody who's here. It was a lot of fun. I love this game. I will 100% will be playing the rest of the series on stream, so. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who's here. Yeah. Alright, see you later, everybody. Bye.